Hey, everybody. Happy holidays. Thanksgiving, along with Passover, are my two favorite holidays of the year. And the reason is there's no gifts, and they are both centered around a meal that is representative of something important and historical and allows us to, although Thanksgiving way more controversial than Passover, and rightfully so. Um, but it's a time, many families, for reflection. And in my family, we always go around the table and everybody says what they're grateful for, what they're thankful for, what happened this year that they feel is important, what changed for that person. Um, I got to tell you, this has been a really difficult year. Um, I remember reading, at the beginning of, well, 6, 7 months ago, about the collective trauma that so many people had been feeling, you know, from the 2016 election all the way through COVID, all the way into this, stagflation, inflation, little recession, whatever we're calling this economic moment that we're having. Where clearly something is wrong. I go to the grocery store. Stuff's expensive. Food is expensive. Eating well in America has become a class issue. I'm fighting that fight every single day. Um, so, I'm living in reality here. I get a lot of crazy comments from people that always like to poke fun at people like me, and they think that if you have a show on television, that somehow life's problems elude you. I can guarantee you that is not the case for anyone. Life comes at everybody at point blank range. One day everything is great and you get a phone call that a parent has passed away, or a child is sick, or a pet is gone, and it's you know life is life for everybody, and it is reflected uh, in so many different ways in how we behave and what we do as human beings. So I love Thanksgiving because it is a time where there's sort of an enforced pause. At least there is traditionally in our family. And if it's not in yours, I would recommend doing it because it's extremely meaningful. I get so much out of it. Um, I cook for 2 days because that's my yoga. It relaxes me. I'm not thinking about anything, and then the meal is served, and we go around the table, and you get to tell your truth. And this year, I am grateful for so many things, despite the challenges in the world. I am world weary these days. I'm world weary. Um, there's so much tension and so much division. I'm the parent of a soon to be 18-year-old who's going to go out into a world that is that has a lot of problems. And maybe because I'm fighting to solve those problems and really trying to seek long-term solutions for them, that I'm just more weary because it is frustrating and angering that we're not able to do things for people that we should be. I'll give you one small example. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy. The We should have a free school meals program, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for children all across America. We have places to feed children, schools. We have the distribution system already set up. Food gets delivered there. We can change how that food is prepared. We can make it more nutritious. We can do all that other stuff. But at a very base level, let's just start feeding them. And there's a real number attached to it. And it is not that expensive. And it's not a bumper sticker. It's not one less aircraft carrier. Although technically one less aircraft carrier would allow us to to do that. But it will cost money that is essentially a rounding error amount in our $1 trillion plus national budget. And I don't think there's a person in America who's right thinking. This is not, red or blue issue. This is about feeding children. Nobody is for keeping children hungry. Who wants to do that? Let's just feed children. We can literally solve that problem in a matter of single-digit number of weeks. But it hasn't happened. And that kind of stuff has me weary. But I digress. Let's end on an upbeat note. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for the health and the wellness of the people around me, those who I work with, my colleagues, my family back home in New York, who I don't get to see. I love them very much. And, it's laziness, I think, that prevents us from doing stuff like that. I want to prioritize seeing the people that I love in my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity to get up every day and go to work and have the opportunity to change things. And it's not the grand gesture. It's not the National School Meals Program for kids. It's the email that I get or the tweet reply from someone that I made a difference in their lives. I was shooting a little digital TV thing in a public place, and there was a young lady who threw something up on Twitter saying, "Oh, Andrew Zimmern is coming to my place of work today." And she said she was so excited, and I happened to be on my phone. I happened to see the tweet. I replied to her and just said, "I'm so excited too." And I wound up being there. And by the way, there's like 40 people working there. And I wound up in this little, skit that we were doing at one point during the day. I just grabbed somebody at random and said, "Hey, you're the one training me on this cash register." And halfway through, 3/4 of the way through shooting this thing, she looks up at me and says very quietly, "I'm the one that sent you that tweet." And, my eyes just started welling up because she was so genuinely just excited, but in a warm way, not in like a celebrity fetishizing way, just in like, "Oh, this is really cool. This is a really fun part of my day that is super different than anything that usually happens." And she was just really kind and really gracious. And then I'm in the car driving home hours later, and I got a thank you note from her. And this is just my sense. And she was a super kind young woman. I mean, just delightful. And she'd only been working at this place a couple months. And you could just tell. You can just tell you made a difference in somebody's life. And that is, to me, the best part about being a public person. It's not all the other stuff that people think it is. It's when someone genuinely comes up to you in a supermarket and says, "That dish, that holiday thing is now on my table every holiday. My kid eats vegetables because of your old show, Bizarre Foods. Family dinner made me reach out to my estranged sister." I mean, stuff like that I am so grateful to all of you for allowing me to have that impact on people. Because if you didn't like what I did, I wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you. I hope everybody has a blessed holiday. And I don't get to be around all the people in my life this holiday. It's holidays are very tough for me. If you follow me on Instagram and you read what I post on holidays, I don't want to blow somebody's anonymity, but so I try to keep it less personal, a little bit general, just because it's someone else's story to tell as well. But holidays, for many reasons, are not easy for me, and Thanksgiving is one of those. There's a hole in my heart where a special person should be, and so I know it's difficult for a lot of people. I know a lot of people kind of suck it up and walk into a room filled with relatives and feel that uh, they're different or they've been othered in some way. There's a lot of people who are going to be alone for Thanksgiving. There's a lot of people who uh, are quite a distance away from building a gratitude list for today. And I just want you to know that I'm thinking of those people, um, and sending good vibes out into the universe, and a huge hug to all of you. If you're seeing this, it gets better. Um, I know it. I've been there myself. It gets better. Um, so thank you. And if you're making a turkey, good luck. Don't overcook it.